Alright guys, today we'll be doing a 2016 Kia Soul. I'm going to be doing a lineup. This is the first car in a series that I will be doing comparing, and it'll be all subcompact crossover SUVs that are in this category. Today I'll be doing this Kia Soul. The next car will be a Jeep Renegade. The vehicle after that will be a Chevy Trax. And the vehicle after that will be a Nissan Juke. But getting right down to it, with this model, this is a 2016 model. And if you can see it in the camera, the color is Alien 2. I'm having an issue getting it to focus. There we go. It's got a 1.6, and the MSRP on this one, with the few packages that it has, is pretty rare. But moving over to the front, we'll go ahead and pop the hood here. And there's the engine. Nothing too special, kind of bland, but there's plenty of room. I mean, I put my whole hand down here. I mean, there's plenty of room. But it does have a 6-speed automatic trans in this one. You can get a 6-speed manual. This engine has an output of 130 horsepower, 118 foot-pounds of torque. And here in a moment I'll show you some options that are on the dashboard. You can set a couple different drive modes, and that'll help you enjoy things a little bit more. But we'll move on to that next. Alright, moving on to the interior of the car. The door panel is made of just soft touch plastic. Nice little aluminum accent there. It's actually made out of plastic, but it is like an aluminum coating. And your basic switches over here. You do have auto down for the driver's side only. Really soft. Everything's really well built. And then I think the speaker pods here are kind of interesting. I like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, right here you have, if my camera will focus, that's the dimmer. That is your stability control. Now this specific vehicle doesn't have the packages installed, but you do have an option for heated steering wheel, and this is for your idle stop and go. What that does is, whenever you pull up to a red light, it will actually shut the motor down in order to save on fuel. And then when you press the accelerator, it will start it back up and you will continue on your trip. Let's see if I can maneuver here. You do have hands-free. There's your radio controls. You reset your cruising. Now this is a mode that I spoke about earlier. You have 3 different driving modes. You have normal mode, comfort mode, and sport mode. And there is a big difference. I did notice a difference whenever I was driving. And comfort mode, it just seemed like everything was a little slow. It's not really impressive performance-wise. And then sport mode, if you turn off stability control and you get into sport mode, I would probably leave it in both of those settings if I ever bought one of these, because for me, that's the most enjoyable way of driving this car. Here's a little view of the dash. I do like the way the instrument panels are laid out. And it would be that time of day where my camera has a hard time focusing. But the dash material, it's made out of like a soft plastic, the same things that the door panels are made out of. This one being a base model, it doesn't get the touchscreen or navigation or any of those other goodies, but it does have a phone, media, radio, and just the basics to get you by. It does still come with satellite radio, and then it's got all your basic controls down here. Nothing too exciting there. It does automatically turn the passenger airbag off if you do not have a passenger in the car. It also has active eco, which if you push that, you look over here on the dash and you can see that there's an eco light that is on. And what that does is it alters the operation of the engine and the transmission and a few other things in the vehicle to help you optimize your fuel economy. The fuel economy in this one is rated at 27 to 30 miles to the gallon, respectively. And I haven't really been driving this car long enough to determine what the mileage is. They don't really like me driving them too awful far. I mean, this one here has 29 miles on it. So, but I do like the vehicle. It's nice and spacious. This one, it's got a couple little goodies up here. Place to put your sunglasses. And then map lights. Got small lights back there. Now another package you can get is a panoramic roof that goes from the front to the back. I think it's 2 separate panels. Alright, we're going to check out the back seat here. And it's made out of the same material on the doors in the front and the rear. They still got that really soft spot right there. Back of the seats, it's basic, but it's actually a lot roomier than what you may think. That's the tag I should have put on the back of it before I started driving it. But, I mean, even if I was to get in and close the door, you can see there's plenty of room. It's comfortable. The seats aren't bad. There's plenty of room. You could easily fit 3 full-grown adults back here without a problem. Alright, last but not least, let's go check out the back of the car. Let's see. You could open that with 2 fingers. Alright, the opening may look big on camera, but it's actually kind of small. I got my crap in here. Hang on, let me put my tripod out of the way, which this one is a new one, so it's still got the floor mats. They ain't even put the floor mats in it yet. But there's a little spot right here. Pop that baby open, you got some stowage down here. And this one actually come with, I know you can't see it because my phone ain't wanting to focus, but this one actually comes with wheel locks. And they included a net. And then if you use a thumb hole here, you can pick up the rest of it, and that is where your spare tire hides, down inside that little hole. And if you need to load everything down in the car, you do have a 60-40 split bench in the rear. And you lift that up, and you just push her forward, and everything folds down, and you get a lot of space. I had it wrote down, but I left my paper at home. And for those of you who like little hidden Easter eggs, this little cubby hole right there next to that light, I'll have to cover the light up so you can see it. It looks like a smiley face. Now, I know it's a little subtle thing that might be noticed, but the Jeep Renegade that I'll be reviewing tomorrow is, it's got a lot of little things like that, and I'll try to point out as many as I can find. But so far, I think for the price point, this is actually a really, really cool little car. It would be good for a small business owner or a kid needing to get back and forth to college. I mean, really, it's a really nice package. I mean, this one's the base model, it doesn't really have very many amenities, but I do like the fact you can get it in a manual transmission. The color on this one, I know the sun's gone down for the day, so you can't really see it very well, but there is quite a bit of metal flake, and when the sun hits it, that green just comes alive.